Hello, welcome back to the Cricket Nerds. Today is a sad day for the nerds because we're going to be talking about a loss for Punjab Kings and a loss for RCB, both mine and James's beloved teams. It's a sad day for us. However, it's still a great day because we're talking about cricket. So you joined with me and Benj, and today we're going to be talking about yesterday's game, today's game. Please like this video. Make sure you share it with your friends. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, or just make a new account to subscribe to us again. It really helps us out. Also, you can follow us on social media. The link tree's in the description. So go ahead and do that. But with that out of the way, let's get into the cricket. Yesterday, Punjab Kings played Kolkata Knight Riders, and it was another last ball finish. I feel like every time we record a podcast, we're talking about last ball finishes at the moment. But how did you think that the Punjab Kings went about their batting bench?
I mean, it was interesting. I just want to say, in terms of all the nerds being sad, we can see tomorrow if we can
Yeah,
see tomorrow if Super Kings win or not. If Super Kings win, then it'll be if lose, then it'll be sad day for all the nerds. If they
yeah,
win,
true.
who can say? Punjab batting though, they didn't. Punjab don't seem to have any impetus, with the exception of maybe like Liam Livingston there in the middle. Um, Shikhar Dhawan keeps playing these long knocks, which I don't know. If James was here, he may call it a smelly innings.
Mm.
For me, I see it as an anchor, and you need the players around him to smash it around. And with Banuka Rajapaksa, Liam Livingston, Jitesh Sharma, and Sam Curran being your middle order, you'd expect that they're able to do that. But they were just out bowled, I think, by the spinners.
Yeah.
And I think that was the main problem for them. Shahrukh Khan did play a very good cameo at the end to get Punjab up to a decent-ish total, and also Rishi Dhawan was in there well contributing, which was nice to see from the boy. But they just, I don't think they went at it with enough impetus really, and I think it just left them a little bit too much to do with the ball.
Yeah.
Even though with the ball, I think they got off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was just quite quiet from the Kolkata Knight Riders batsmen, and I think that was down to some good bowling up front from Punjab. I think when you're bowling second, the key really to seeing a smart team is a team that bowls in a similar way to how the team bowling first did. So if the team bowling first bowled well, then you obviously see what they did and do it the same. And that's what they kind of did. They took the pace off. Rishi Dhawan opening the bowling, I thought that was an inspired choice from Shikhar Dhawan. And then the way Nathan Ellis bowled was really key. When the Kolkata Knight Riders pacers were bowling pace on, it was going the distance. So I thought the way that Nathan Ellis, who is typically a fast bowler, he mixed it up really well. And yeah, he had a great game with the ball.
One thing
Uh,
I noticed that was different between the two innings was the amount of spin that was bowled.
yeah,
Whereas there was 12 overs of spin in the Kolkata innings, and you can see it and actually Nitish
there was
Rana
actually
chucked down
13. Yeah,
13
13.
because Nitish Rana chucked down a few pies as well. But you can see in the economy rate for the Kolkata just the differences between the pacers and the spinners, the seamers and the pacers, and then you look at the Punjab innings, and it was kind of backwards to that, where really it was. I mean, Harpreet Brar bowled a really good innings with his left arm orthodox.
Yep.
Um, sorry, bowled a really good over. Sorry, not a really good innings. It was a shame to not see as much from him, but there was really 7 overs. Sorry, of true spin. I think Rishi Dhawan was good opening, just taking that pace off a little bit. Arshdeep was bowling well when he went pace off, and as you say, Nathan Ellis worked. Sam Curran and Liam Livingston, though, the England duo were the two that really disappointed the side today, I think.
Yeah, Liam
Um,
Livingston hasn't really bowled well for Punjab. He's that utility player for them, provides the impetus in the middle, but also can bowl a couple decent overs. But he's not bowled a couple decent overs all tournament.
yeah,
Most of
yeah,
his overs
yeah.
are going for over 10 and over. Um, Whereas I thought Harpreet Brar, he wasn't used enough. They needed that spin, and he can be that tidy spin. He can also bowl at the end as well, which I think they needed, because Andre Russell, when he comes in needing 11 and over, um, along with Rinku Singh as well, Andre Russell, he's so good in that role. If you need 10 or 11 and over, and Andre Russell's at the crease, it's going to be hard to defend. And he just proved it, and he played a very good match-winning innings, ably supported by Rinku Singh, who has been the finisher of this IPL, really. He just does it time and time again.
Yeah.
But I think it was set up well by Nitish Rana. He just kept the momentum going. He didn't let Kolkata Knight Riders fall too below the rate. And yeah, it was just clinical in the end. And yes, it did come to a last ball finish, which does provide that excitement. But I think in the end, it was just going to be finished by Rinku.
I want to talk about Rinku Singh though, and the fact that Dreyrus did get run out and trusted Rinku Singh. I think that was really good, and it showed a bit of maturity there, and it showed how much faith that Kolkata have in Rinku Singh as a finisher.
Yeah.
In the past, you'd see Andre Russell wanting to be the one who takes that last ball, but Rinku Singh doing absolute wonders, and being able to get them across the line in what was an absolute thriller.
Yeah.
So what a great game. So to today's game, which Zach, let's come on to you first, because it looked like when I saw that Mumbai were chasing 200, I thought that was a decent score, but I mean, it looked like 20 or 30 too little at this point, doesn't it?
At least, probably. I think you can see it with the teams that are kind of fighting at the moment. I think at the moment there are some teams that are really performing well game in, game out, like Gujarat, Chennai, Lucknow, whereas there are other teams which are kind of missing something. And for me, Punjab, Kolkata, RCB, they're just missing something. And for RCB, it's someone in that middle order after Kohli, Duplessis, Maxwell, who is going to then carry that momentum for the rest of the innings. We don't have that. Gujarat Titans, they keep coming at you, whereas RCB, we got a really good start. Well, we were 2 down inside 3 overs, but Glenn Maxwell and Faf Duplessis, their partnership, it was just relentless. It was really impressive the way they were running between the wickets, smashing the boundaries. And then Glenn Maxwell goes out, Faf Duplessis goes out an over and a half later, and that's it. That momentum has just completely gone. And the commentators were comparing it to a team like Gujarat Titans, where they lose their openers and they lose their 3 and 4, and then you've got David Miller coming in, you've got Abhinav Manohar coming in, you've got Rahul Tewatia coming in. We don't have that. And we have Dinesh Karthik, who's been off this season, and he played his best innings I've seen him play today, but then he was pretty ill. So yeah, I think we're just missing that thing to carry us to get that score of 220, which we probably needed, especially from where we were. I don't know what you thought of Mumbai's bowling.
Good, apart from Chris Jordan. But, if James were here, he'd tell us all the things about Chris Jordan. Yeah. P.S. Chawla as well, I think getting what he deserved. The fact that he's up there with one of the largest wicket takers, for me, it baffles me. But I think it was a day for Jason Behrendorff, and actually I think Cam Green played a great knock as well. Cam Green is really coming into that all-rounder where he can play well with the bat and play well with the ball. It wasn't anything to write home about, I don't think. I think especially like the ball to get Lomra out, I don't think it was anything fantastic. It just slid through the gate, really, didn't it? It wasn't anything,
he should have played
exciting
it out, shouldn't he?
Exactly, yeah. And I think for RCB, it was more a lot of silly choices to get themselves out than really good bowling. I think with the exception of Behrendorff, who I thought had a really good game. Mumbai are definitely going to miss Jofra Archer now that he's gone back to England to focus on the Ashes, basically. But yeah, that's I mean, for me, it was more silly choices from RCB, and again, I don't want to say lack of impetus because I think that some of the players did show a lot of impetus,
Yeah.
but just silly choices. But
Hmm.
Mumbai looked like they were playing on a completely different deck.
Well, it's the
Ishan
Wankhede. It's
Kishan
built.
from bowl one.
Yeah, it's the Wankhede. It's built for chasing. Mumbai are a chasing team. They've got that. Those lower order hitters are just going to go for it, and it seems like any score is um, near on chaseable for them. And they have that belief from how well they've played. I mean, Rohit Sharma's having a stinker. He seemed really good hitting his first ball, coming down to Josh Hazelwood and smashing him over his head for four. And I was like, oh, did Rohit Sharma's back, and he's chosen to do it against RCB. But it turns out that, again, he didn't look fluent, and he's still far from his best at the moment, which is sad for Mumbai. But Ishan Kishan, he's just been called up to the World Test Championship squad for KKR Rahul, and I think that gave him a little boost today. Sky was unbelievable. I mean, his ball striking is back to where we saw it for India a few months ago, where he just seems unstoppable, hitting balls in outrageous places. And Wadira as well, 250s in a row for him. He's been really, really good for Mumbai in that middle order and keeping someone like Tilak Varma out the team. So they've got some really impressive middle order players. And yeah, I don't know about you, but for me, it was just a copy and paste from the RCB Delhi game. RCB struggle in the last third of their innings to post a decent total that's way shorter than it should be. And the opposing team it just seems too easy for them, and they score it in no time. And it's disappointing. Not one of RCB's bowlers went at under 10 and over. And that's because there was only one over, I think, throughout the entire innings that a boundary wasn't scored. That just shows how well Mumbai Indians were hitting and how badly RCB were bowling. It just wasn't fun to watch from an RCB's supporters' point of view.
I did feel for you from an RCB's fan. I mean, Hasaranga seemed to be the only glimmer of hope until Suryakumar Yadav just took him to the town, really.
Yeah.
It was the first baller of Tim David came, and I was like, oh, maybe RCB have a hope
they
here,
needed 8 off about 25 balls at that point. So
exactly, yeah. It was a bit of too little, too late. But yeah, that was it. I think let's just spare Zach from talking anymore about the woes of RCB.
Yeah.
But what it has done again, and I know we keep talking about this, but it's made the table look very interesting now. So you've now really, you've still got four teams in the tens club.
Yeah,
I think we're probably looking at what with 3 games to play, or no, 4 games, 3 or 4 games to play for most teams. It's looking like 14 might get you into
14,
playoffs.
14 will get you there. I mean,
so really, any of the teams down to 8 can get a spot, but it will obviously depend on net run rate.
You know what will make it really interesting? Now, for your sake, I hope Chennai win tomorrow. But if Delhi beat Chennai, they go to 11 games played, 10 points. And if Sunrisers beat LSG, they go to 11 games played, 10 points. And look now, 12 games played, 11 points. And from everyone else's point of view, so everyone who's basically Rajasthan and below, so position 5 and below, we want Sunrisers to beat LSG, because then it just means that anyone can get into the top 4 again.
And anyone get into the top 4 again, and it's looking most likely to be KKR with their net run rate.
Yeah. It's crazy this year. Royal Challengers haven't done themselves any favors by losing badly 2 games in a row. Their net run rate has just completely gone downhill.
It has.
So yeah, it's looking like Chennai Gujarat are gonna qualify quite comfortably, and then it just depends on who has the best of the last 3 games.
I won't hold your breath. If Chennai lose 3 from 3, anything can happen.
Yeah,
anything can happen.
Yeah, we'll look to see what happens. It's becoming a great tournament. So continue to follow us, because we'll continue to bring you updates. We're sorry if there's going to be a bit of a gap between this video and the next video, because I'm not going to be here. James is on holiday. So it might just be Benji all by himself for the next one. But we'll still try and bring you updates and because we love doing this. We love talking to you about cricket.
Yeah.
Continue to leave your C and Qs in the comments. So ask us anything you want. We'll answer it, probably. And yeah, continue to support us, and we'll come to you very, very soon.